Hey everyone, welcome. I hope you're doing fabulous today. So I have a little mini haul here from TJ Maxx. It is mini, but I feel like I found treasure because I found 3 high-end palettes for like a fraction of the cost, and they were not even touched, you guys, not even swatched. It didn't even look like they were even opened yet. So I'm going to show you what I got, but before I get right into it, my name is Carrie. Please consider subscribing to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up, and for those of you already subscribed, y'all are the best. I have the most awesome subscribers. Thank you guys so much. The first one I got was the Urban Decay Naked Metal Mania palette. You guys, $14. $14, and it's totally, completely untouched, unswatched. Look, they still even have the brush with the little plastic on it. But I did a YouTube short, I'll link it below, like a year ago when this palette first came out, and I poo-pooed this palette. I was in Ulta, I saw the palette, I think this retailed for like 59 bucks, and I was like, I don't know what you're thinking, Urban Decay, but nobody wants this palette. But for $14, yeah, $14, I'll purchase it. After I show you what I got, you guys, I'm gonna do maybe 2 different eye looks with each palette. I know that these are old, but you know, for this price, I feel like it was a good deal. So I'll do 2 eye looks with this palette as well, but I'll do it at the end of the video, and I'll probably go through the eye looks pretty quickly, just FYI. The other one was the Melt Cosmetics Electric Trip Palette. $12, you guys. But here's what that looks like. And it still has, hold on, it still has this little plastic piece on top of it. I want to say that normally this palette was like in the $50 range when it first came out, but it didn't get good reviews. I've already done a little bit of research on YouTube about this palette, and it wasn't favorable, but I figured, okay, I've never tried Melt Cosmetics before. I know that sounds crazy, but, and I don't know if this palette is going to be the best one to experience it for the first time, but I'm going to do my best with it. It had some really beautiful shimmers in here, but the fact that it wasn't even touched, I mean, it was amazing. So for $12, yes. And then Pat McGrath Labs Bougie Brilliance. This is the Jeweled Temptation. $16, you guys. This palette normally is like 70, I want to say it was $72. It's kind of awkward actually to open up. Now this one I did swatch already, so if you see it scuffed up a little bit, it's because I already swatched it. But this was Pat McGrath Labs previous or last year's 2023 holiday line, part of. This was one of the palettes, but it's got 2 blushes in here, and then it's got 9 eyeshadows. It still even had the like little plastic on the top here. I've already taken it off, but you guys, these palettes I would never purchase in a million years at full price. Wasn't even interested in them. I wouldn't even purchase these palettes on a sale if I had points like, let's say, Ulta or Sephora, but I would purchase these palettes at a deep discount of TJ Maxx clearance. So let me get into these palettes here. Let me put all this stuff away. I did also purchase a bunch of the Dashing Diva gel nail stickers. If you ever see my nails done, it is always the gel nail stickers. I bought a bunch of the holiday ones that they had out. So here's like a Christmas one, $4.99 for these, and I absolutely love them. Here is a Halloween one, here's another Christmas one. Aren't they just absolutely adorable? I know I won't be able to use all of these this season, but when I see them, I buy them because that's what I generally always use. So anyways, those were not on clearance, FYI. But all right, so how about we go into the Pat McGrath Labs first? I think what I'll do is, you guys, I'm going to do 2 different eye looks with each palette. I'll probably go through it pretty quickly, so I'm not going to tell you the names of the eyeshadows, but I just want to be able to, you know, not have this video too long. But I will go with Pat McGrath first because I need some blush. My face is mostly prepped, and there is 2 blushes in this particular palette. They're both right here, and I think I'm going to go into this one right here. It's a little bit darker, and since this palette itself is a little bit of a darker, I think it'll go nicely. And I can use the mirror in here, but you guys, the mirror in here makes me look like a fish. Oh my gosh, my face is really wide. It makes me look like I'm in a fishbowl or something. So maybe they were like, in quality control, they were like, oh no, TJ Maxx. This goes in the TJ Maxx bin. Maybe that's why. But even at TJ Maxx, usually when you find high-end palettes, they're maybe half off than what you would find, let's say, at the Ulta or Sephora, but they're never this cheap. So I don't know. Maybe they're just trying to make room, but I'm gonna go into this shade right here. Pretty. All right, I'm gonna use a little bit of glitter glue. This is NYX glitter primer. I'm gonna put that all over my eyelid. Take a brush. I'm going into that shade right here. Taking that same shade, that purple shade, going underneath the lower lash line with it. I'm gonna tap it in. Clean brush, going into that shade right there. Going in the inner corner with it. Okay, so now I'm going to tight line. I'm going to take my Pacifica brown eyeliner in Fringe, tight line the tops and bottoms. Okay, tight lining is done. I'm going to go in with the Benefit Fan Fest mascara, and then we can move on to the other eye. Okay, guys, that eye's done. It looks really, really nice. That purple shade is really sparkly, and that shade that I put in the inner corner, gosh, it's really nice. It's got a pink shift to it, but it's really sparkly. I'm kind of impressed. All right, so now let's move over to the other eye. Let's take, I think I'll take this shade right here. Okay, going in with glitter glue, I'm going to put it right in the middle of that halo that I carved out. Ooh. Just gonna blend a little bit on either side. A little bit more glitter glue in my inner corner. And on the brow bone. A little bit on the brow bone too. I gotta brighten it up. That pink had a base color to it, so it's not brightening very much. It's pretty, but it's not brightening. All right, let's go over it with the other shade. Ooh, so pretty. Right on top of that. Right on top of that halo. Let's put a little bit of that there. Ooh, that's nice. All right, I'm gonna go back in with the same eyeliner and the same mascara, and then I'll come back and show you guys the final look with this palette. Okay, guys, that eye is done. Both eyes are done. I have to say I'm a little impressed with this palette. Definitely worth $16, especially with those two blushes in there. Pat McGrath's got great blushes. Anyways, let's put on a Pat McGrath lipstick or lip gloss. This is Divine Rose. And then I'll come in a little closer and show you the final look, not lining my lips or anything. Oh, beautiful. All right, one more thing. I'm gonna spray the face with the Skindinavia Bridal Setting Spray. Okay guys, that setting spray is dry. I can show you the final look. Okay guys, so now it is time for me to move on to the next palette. I'm gonna take this all off, but I do wanna say, I'm a little impressed with this palette. $16, absolutely worth it. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, it is time to get into the next palette. I think I'm going to go into the Urban Decay Naked Metal Mania palette. Just a reminder, I will link the YouTube short that I did on this palette when it first came out. I poo-pooed it up and down, so I really want this palette to surprise me. So hopefully I can get some really nice looks from it. And then also another reminder, I'm going to go through this pretty quickly because I still have another palette to get to. So without further ado, let's get into it. First, I'm going to take my eye. I know where I'm going with this. I want a real nice, straight, go into the darkest shade here. Let's start to carve out. I'm gonna get a flat brush. I need something a little bit more precise. Take it underneath. Lower lash line, why not? Going straight in with the glitter glue. I'm using NYX. I'm just gonna put that all over the eyelid. Even in my crease, and why not? Let's put some in the inner corner. I'm gonna take another flat brush and I'm gonna go into this beautiful like magenta shade. Now I'm gonna take a fluffy brush. I'm going back into that magenta shade, and because it's sparkly and metallic, this might not be the best idea, but I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna try to blend upwards with it and just kind of blend it out right here. I might get a bunch of fallout, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Okay, not bad, not bad, you guys. It's looking pretty good. All right, so now I'm gonna take the shade right here. I'm gonna take a fluffy brush and really tap off. There's a lot of fluff, and I'm real gently right here, real light. All right, now I'm going to take kind of a small domed brush. I'm going to go into this silver shade right here, and that is a bright, bright silver. I'm going to put that in the inner corner. How about we put a little bit right here? Ooh. Okay, guys, let's take this tape off. Let's see how this eye looks. Ooh, that looks really pretty. All right, let me clean up underneath this lash line right here. Let me just kind of blend. Ooh, fancy. All right, let's tightline. I'm gonna tightline with my Urban Decay 24-hour Glide On Pencil in 0. It's just a black. And then we'll go in with the mascara. I think I'm going to go in with a different mascara. I'm going to go in with the It Cosmetics Superhero Lash Mascara. Okay, guys, that eye is done. It looks really, really nice. I like that pink, that bright pink magenta, or whatever it's called. The shade is called Power Chords, but it's really cool up against that black. All right, so now let's move over to the other eye. Let's go in with this one. I'm going to stamp that right here, and then I'm going to work it up as a transition. Okay, not bad. That actually glided pretty nicely, I have to say. All right, now let me take another fluffy brush. How about we go into the darkest brown over here. So I'm going to put that, start that in the crease. Bring it out in the outer V area. Okay, now we can blend it out. I'm gonna take that same shade. I'm going underneath. Okay, let's keep blending. All right, I'm gonna take the first brush I was using, not adding any more. Let's just blend. I'm just gonna blend these two together. I'm gonna go into this real like yellow color, but first I gotta add the glitter glue. Don't forget the glitter glue, you guys. So I'm gonna just put that on the eyelid here, but I'm gonna focus it in the middle and then to the inner lid. I'm not taking it out here on the outer V area. Put a little in the inner corner too. All right, I'm gonna take that real bright yellow. I don't know, it might be too yellow for these two colors, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Ooh, it's very yellow. Okay, let's see. Let's keep going with it. Ooh, okay. I'm not mad at it. That is really interesting. All right, let's put some of it in the inner corner, whatever I have left over. Bring some into my crease, up in my transition. Not bad at all, you guys. I'm a little impressed. I'm going to take another fluffy clean brush. It's a real small fluffy brush though. I'm going to go back into this shade right here, and I'm going to just kind of tap it. I just want a little bit more brightness right here. Ooh, that is a fun color. Okay, I have to put a little bit of that yellow right in the middle of the lower lash line. So I got a little bit of glitter glue on the brush. I'm just gonna add a little bit to that underneath my lower lash line. Okay, and now I'm gonna go into that yellow, and let's put some of that in the under the lower lash line right here. There we go. All right, I'm going to tightline with the same Urban Decay Zero eyeliner. Okay, guys, the eyes are done. I think they look really, really beautiful. Okay, Urban Decay, I am sorry I poo-pooed your palette when it first came out. I admit my error. I admit when I was wrong. This is a really super fun palette, at least these two eyes that I just did. So anyways, let's go in with lip gloss. I'm gonna use the Gloss Angeles lip gloss. No, yeah, Gloss Angeles lip gloss in Sheen Rider. This is one of the most beautiful. Oh, it's gonna go so perfect with both of these eyes. So beautiful. I can't stop admiring it. It's just so, so pretty. Okay, guys, one more thing before I show you the final look. I'm going to spray the face. I'm going to use my Urban Decay De-Slick All-Nighter Setting Spray. Okay, guys, the setting spray is dry. Really quick before I show you the final look, I am sweating so much in this room right now that the foundation on my nose is completely separating. So just keep that in mind when I show you the final look. You probably would never even notice it unless I didn't point it out. So now you probably will. But anyways, here we go. Final look. Okay, you guys, these two eye looks are complete. That is using the Urban Decay Metal Mania palette. I have to say, super fun look that, or looks, both of these eyes. I'm a little impressed with this palette. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take this off and then I'll come back with the final palette, the Melt palette, and I'll do two eye looks with that. And then I can complete this entire video. I'll be right back. Okay guys, it is time to get into the third and final palette, the Melt Cosmetics Electrip palette. Now, just a reminder, I'm gonna go through this pretty quickly because I don't want this video to be too long. All right, so I'm gonna go into this shade right here. I'm gonna start that on the outer edge and bring it into the crease. And then probably I'll start to blend upwards a little bit with it. Okay, that wasn't too hard to blend out. I'm a little surprised, to be honest. Normally blues are terrible, like these deep blues, but that wasn't too bad. All right, so now I'm gonna go into this shade right here. I'm gonna start to darken up the outer V a little bit. I'm gonna take that same shade. I'm going underneath the lower lash line with it. All right, so that's blended out. Actually, guys, not bad. I'm kind of surprised how well these are blending. I'm going to take a little bit of glitter glue, my NYX glitter primer. I'm just going to take a little bit, put that on the eyelid, and then we can get into some of the razzle dazzles. I'm going to put that in my inner corner as well. Maybe a little underneath the lower lash line. I try not to use my finger to do it because my finger's too big, but I think I can get a little under there. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into this dark blue one. It looks, yeah, it looks like a metallic to me, but there'll be some shine, and then we'll brighten it up with that lighter blue. Let's see how this works. Okay, that's intense. That's a very deep, that is a very deep blue. It definitely has a lot of sparkle to it. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a brush and I'm gonna go into the light blue shade right here. I'm gonna, ooh, it's a nice icy shade, huh? Just add a little right. Ooh, that's really pretty. Yowza. Okay, all right. You know what? I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna keep it a real dark kind of blue. It looks it looks kind of good. All right, let's tight line. I'm gonna tight line with my Pacifica brown eyeliner in Fringe. I'm gonna do the tops and the bottoms, and then I'm gonna go in with mascara. In fact, I'm gonna use the Fenty Beauty Hella Thick. Okay, guys, that eye is done. You know, I'm kind of surprised of how nice it actually looks. I don't really love blues, but this is a really beautiful eye, and I'm surprised how nice the shades actually blended out. So, all right, so now let's move over to the other eye, and I'm going to, you know, I'm gonna take this color right here. So now I'm going to darken it up with this shade right here. I'm going to take that real lightly on the outer V, and I'm really tapping it off. Oh, did you guys see that? I just got some on my cheek. Oh well, moving on. Ooh, that is so pretty. All right, underneath, I'm going to go in with the glitter glue. What I do with it, here it is, and put that on the eyelid. Did put a little bit of glitter glue all over the eyelid, the inner corner, the brow bone, and then just right underneath the lower lash line, kind of like I did on that side. I'm going with this one, with this kind of dirty, kind of green mustardy shade. Put that all over the eyelid. Ooh, that's really pretty. Okay, now let's take a brush. Let's go into this bright orange right here. Corner. Bring it up and over a little bit. Rub on with that same bright orange. Ooh. All right, now let's take that underneath the lower lash line. I'm going to put some of that bright orange right in the middle of the eye. Ooh, all right. I'm gonna tight line and I'm gonna put the mascara and I'll be right back. Okay guys, the eyes are done. Before I show you the final look, I wanna go in with lip gloss. I'm gonna use the NYX Butter Gloss Bling. Let's start over. Butter Gloss Bling, and this is in Shimmer Down. Ooh, so beautiful. Okay guys, that gloss is on. Let's spray the face really, really quick using the Urban Decay De-Slick. Okay guys, the setting spray is dry. It's time for me to show you the final look with the Melt Cosmetics. Okay guys, this eye look is complete using the Melt Cosmetics Electrip eyeshadow palette. So just a reminder, let me show you the first two, or actually 4 eye looks that I did with the other 2 palettes. Now, because I edit through iMovie, it doesn't allow me to give you 3 screens. It only allows me to give you 2 screens. So that's why I just want to remind you about the first 2 since you're looking at me with this one. But let me give you my thoughts really quick. The Pat McGrath palette for $16 at TJ Maxx, absolutely worth it. Absolutely worth it. Not worth $72, not even worth half that. But for $16, I'm glad that I picked it up, especially for those 2 blushes. The Urban Decay Metal Mania palette for $14, I mean, it's great. I don't think that I'm gonna reach for this too much, but there are some very fun shades in here, like this magenta, this real yellow, and then this real intense silver right here. I think is a really nice, you know, for $14, I'll pay that for to have access to those shades. And then the Melt Electrip palette for $12. I'm glad that I bought it. I probably won't reach for it just because the color story to me is a little, I don't do the blues very often, and then I have so many of these shades, but to try Melt Cosmetics for 12 bucks, I am very happy. And I do think that the looks came out really, really nice. So you guys, thank you so much for watching this little mini haul of TJ Maxx and just let me play with these palettes. I hope that you enjoyed it as much as I did. Comment below, tell me what you think. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.